bring you to my room where my PS3 is gone, and if you want to come downstairs to my basement with me, I'll explain why it's not in my room anymore.
I'm sure you're saying, what's the problem? You know, what happened? Well, PS3's in the basement for right now, because I saw Final Fantasy 7 on the whole download market thing, the PSN, and it was a good game. I liked it. Figured I might get it, play it again, so I bought it, tried to download it, and everything I did, it wouldn't work. So I'm like, great. What's wrong with my internet? Went and checked my internet, everything was fine, the Xbox was working, the PC was working, PlayStation works sometimes, it just wouldn't download right. So I'm like, great, what's the problem? So I went and checked, some stuff, changed some settings, still didn't work. Changed some more stuff, finally got it to start downloading, so I was like, alright, good, I fixed it. Got to like 10%, and I was like, alright, I'll go play, something else for a while, Xbox, until it's done. Played for like an hour, came back and saw that there was an error and that it stopped downloading. So, kind of got pretty pissed, and I'm going to show you the problem and how I solved it. Now, the house I live in was built a couple years ago. It's a brand new house. We bought some land and built the house, or I should say my parents did, so this is a brand new house. Everything had to be put in, it's just new. So that means there was no cabling in the house, which means we couldn't get cable internet for a while. So finally got Comcast to come out here, and unfortunately our office is in the basement, and my parents didn't know much about wireless internet at the time, so the only hard cabling in the entire house is right over here in the basement. And this is our little modem up there, and that's a router that we don't use anymore for some reason because it doesn't do its job. But only cabling is in the basement. And if you know anything about wireless capabilities, you'll know that if you have a basement, it's probably the worst place to put it unless you're always in the basement. Unfortunately, my room is 2 floors up. 1 floor up is the living room and kitchen, and then 2 floors up would be my room and a few other rooms. Most of the time the internet's fine in my room. The Xbox works, my PC works, that's how I pretty much upload all of my stuff. Unfortunately, for whatever reason, the problem is that the PlayStation 3's internal wireless internet adapter is not strong enough for whatever reason. I don't know why. Now, the Xbox doesn't have one, which kind of sucks. And it's normally $100, but I got mine for $50 because I bought it off of Amazon, which is great. But it still poses the problem of hey, rat dogs. There they are. Run away! Run away! Run away! This is mine. That's mine. There's that's someone else's. So I had to bring this from upstairs to the basement. Really sucks. And it's downloading now. I can go mess around with it. I'm about to work out anyway, so I'm gonna mess around with this. Oh, there it was. Damn. It'd be funny if I was making this video and then like all of a sudden it's like error. Nope, still 28% right now. The quality on this camera is not too good, so I'm not even gonna try to force the issue, but it's at 28% right now, so it looks like it's downloading just fine. But still, I'll finish this up sitting down. It's still a really sucky problem that the PS3's internal wireless adapter isn't strong enough when, the Xbox's is and my PC's is. So I'm kind of annoyed about that, but it's free, so I can't really be mad. And the wireless internet isn't really strategically placed in the house, which really isn't anyone's fault. We didn't know, and it's kind of too late to get it turned around now. But unfortunately, that's a really annoying thing I'm gonna have to do. If I ever want to download something, I'm gonna have to come to my basement and hook it up to my basement TV, just because it can get a better signal, which I shouldn't have to do. It's kind of an annoyance. Kind of rudely interrupted by my batteries dying. But anyway, to finish that up, I eventually got it downloaded onto my PS3 by moving it to my basement, which is kind of our fault and PS3's fault, I guess, Sony's fault, I guess, because one, the connection really shouldn't be in the basement, but I really couldn't do anything about that, and my parents didn't know, so I'm gonna have to, face that consequence now. And two,
The damn thing should reach the basement. I mean, the Xbox one does, my computer one does. I've never, even my laptop one that has a built-in one can reach the basement just fine, but unless by some massive coincidence the second I moved it to the basement my internet was fine, which I doubt. I mean, PS3's got a weak internal wireless adapter, or a card, I should say, a wireless card. I'm sure it's a card. And basically, if anyone's having a problem like the one I just explained, where you can't download something because of some error, or you can't play online because of some error, you might want to check where your router is, especially if you use wireless. I have no idea about wired. I've never had the luxury of using a wired connection because I'm all the way upstairs and the connection's all the way in the basement. But whatever. That got fixed. I can finally play Final Fantasy VII whenever I want, but now it's 2:16 a.m. and it took me like 2 hours to think of the idea to move it downstairs once I started working out, and then I worked out for an hour, and by the time I was done, it was done. So thank you for listening to me bitch for however many minutes this is gonna be. That's about it.